Hello, my name is Rovell Gaither and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today on my channel, I am showing the full process of me making and working on my new spring collection, which I was actually going to scrap this collection, not scrap it, but put it on hold until next year, 2023, because the design that I first sketched out, I liked it and I was going to test the pattern and make sure everything looked nice, and I just wasn't feeling the design. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put it on hold. I don't want to rush it, but I ended up just pushing through with it and designing, and it came out amazing. So this video is actually gonna go up before another video that I posted. So this is my first video back from my little hiatus of YouTube videos, but I filmed a video before this, but I can't post that yet. In that video, I was pretty much saying, oh, this is my first video in a few months, I'm back. But that video ain't coming out yet. So this is my first video back. So hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rovell Gaither. I am the owner of my brand Rovell Gaither. I am a bag designer, and you know the vibes. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the bags that I made in this video, and they came out freaking amazing. So first, I just want to describe pretty much what I did. So I did denim bags. That's what I make my stuff out of. I am a denim accessories designer. So I made butterfly wings because this is a spring collection. So I did bags that look like butterfly wings, and this collection was inspired by the 2020 Peter Pilato, I think that's how you say his name, spring collection. So I'm gonna show the pieces. I'm gonna start with my favorite one first. So this is one of the bags, freaking amazing. So this is a dark blue denim with off-white stitching, and I did really cool quilted detailing to create the butterfly wing effect, and it looks freaking amazing. I love the shape on these bags. They look really dope, really good quality, like just all the way around amazing bags. I did this one. I love this one too. I just wish the yellow stitching that I used popped a little bit more on this denim, but this is a medium blue one. Amazing, you know the vibes. And then I also did a light blue one. I love doing this color combo. I've done this one several times. So it's a light blue denim with navy blue stitching. Love this one, and you can probably kind of see little dots from when I used my chalk pencil to kind of outline my stitch lines. I'm gonna try to wipe it off as best as possible. They didn't come all the way off, so I'm gonna try to wipe them off on these ones. But this is the light blue one, and then I also did a black one in pink. So this is the last one. It's a black denim with hot pink stitching. I love it. It looks so dope. All of these bags are just really good quality, a step up. Like, it's so crazy because every time I make something, I'm like, whoa, this is the best quality I've ever made. I mean, not cuz. But yeah, if you do want to watch me make all of these bags, I did like a full vlog. It's a full process. You can stick around to the end. Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe, all of that good stuff. Comment down below what you guys think. This one is my favorite. I love this shade of denim. Like, it almost looks black, but it's a really dark blue. So it goes with a lot of things, and I just like, it's just so amazing. I love the shape, and the shape almost reminds me of the Dior saddlebag, even though for this collection I did not use the Dior saddlebags for any of my inspiration, but they do have similarities. Like, the flap is kind of similar, and kind of the shape is not similar at all. The shape is a little different, but just wanted to say, it does have similarities, but it wasn't my inspiration for these pieces. But I really love this detailing. Like, if you turn it sideways, it really looks like, hold on, it looks like a butterfly. I don't know if you can see the lighting good, but if you do want to watch me make these bags, just stick around to the end and watch all the way through, and let's get into the video. Okay, so today is the day that I'm finally actually starting production on my spring bags. I've been, for the last 2 days, just cutting out, interfacing, and doing all of that extra stuff. So far, I've been timing myself how long it's been taking me pre-production, and I'm at 10 hours, 37 minutes, and 11 seconds, how long it's just taken me to cut out all of this stuff. So I have everything prepped. This is the underside of the flaps. I have all my magnetic snaps on there, all that good stuff. Everything's interfaced and all of that. So literally, this is what I've been doing for the last 2 days. So the first thing that I'm going to do with these bags is I'm actually going to draft out the butterfly stitching effect that I'm going to do on here. And hold on, let me go grab it. So to effectively get the design transferred onto the actual pattern pieces, I took the time to literally punch each hole out. So I kind of drew the design out and then punched each hole so that I can go in and dot the lines on the fabric and then connect them all together so that they can end up perfect. So essentially, hold on, let me grab a piece. Okay, so this is the pattern, and then this is the fabric. So essentially, I would just put the pattern on top of it and then dot with the chalk marker the little dots, and then I would take this off into the dots. I would connect them, and then that would be essentially what I stitch on, because I'm going to use foam to get that really cool quilted stitching look. I love that. I actually changed this design up. I wasn't even gonna do these bags, if I'm being honest. I was gonna drop this design, not drop it, but put it on hold until next year, until I can figure out a new way to do it. But I was like, you know what? Let's not be that person that gives up. So I was like, I thought about it. I was like, let's try quilting stitching to kind of get the look that I wanted. So the first thing that you're gonna see me do is pretty much just do that, lay the pattern over this, and then dot each line for the outline of it, and then connect all of that. I have 4 bags total. I'm gonna work on them all at the same time. And normally what I do when I have more than one bag is I'll make each bag one at a time, but I feel like that takes so much longer. I'm just gonna do each one. It's gonna be annoying because I'm gonna have to change my thread like every freaking 8 minutes, but I think it's more effective to do it that way. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just dot all of these, and that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so far this is what I have going on. So you can kind of see it. So it's not like a super dark line. I didn't want to do it too dark, because then it might be a little harder to wipe it off with a wet cloth. But you can kind of see the outline of where everything's gonna go, and I really do like how it's looking. I think it's gonna be super dope once it's stitched. Again, it's kind of faint, and then so this is the front part, and then this is the back. And it kind of did hurt my hand a little bit because I started just kind of doing little dots through the holes. I thought it was easier than kind of, you know, doing it this way, and it's kind of starting to hurt my hand a little bit. So this outline is done, so I have to do this 3 more times because I'm doing 4 separate bags. So I just wanted to check in and show you pretty much how it's looking. Super dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the other 3, and yeah. All right, so it's been a few hours and I finished outlining everything on the front and back exteriors of the bag, and I also went ahead and just did the exterior for the flap, because I'm gonna do like a quilted edge. It's not gonna be anything crazy on the flap, just a quilted edge, just to kind of tie in and match the quilting on the exterior of the bag, because I thought it would be weird if the bag was quilted and the flap was just plain. So I just did a little border, and I finished all the exterior. So this is the dark blue denim one. I can tell I'm really gonna like this detailing on here. It's gonna look super good. I got them all done. So that's the dark blue. This is the medium blue. You can't really see, the yellow's kind of faint, but on the black one you can see the white really good, as you can see. And then we have the light blue as well. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, I just literally threaded up all the bobbins that I'm gonna need. I just want to show you the pink I'm using. I bought this like neon pink. Let me see, I bought this neon pink a while ago, and it is so bright. It almost looks like it would glow in the dark. It looks really bright now, but it won't be as bright on the black, or it might. I really don't know. Either way, I think it's gonna be a really cool and exciting color combo, if I do say so myself. I hope that's focused right. So this is the pink that I'm gonna use, and then you know all the other colors, my blues and yellows and off-whites. I use those colors all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead, I cut out all of my foam, and normally I use this one foam. It's the same as this, but it's 2 layers of foam in one. I ran out of that foam, so I had to use this single foam, and I just cut 2 of them, and I'm just gonna sew these 2 together to create that one double, if that makes sense, because I like that I like the quilting effect I can get when it's doubled up. I think it gives it a nice one. So I cut all the pieces out. I'm gonna go ahead and just base the foam on, and then start sewing on all the guidelines that I put down, and I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see how it's looking. I really hope that it looks like a butterfly wing, because that's really what I'm going for. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling, and I'm gonna quote this on. I'm gonna start with the medium blue. I'm just gonna go in the order that I just designed them. I do it that way just because it's a little bit easier for me to stay organized while working. So I'm gonna start with the medium blue, and yeah, let's get sewing. So far I've been working for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It feels like it's been longer because it took me a long time just to quilt all of, not quilt, but get all these guidelines on here. Anyway, I'm gonna start sewing. Let's do that. Okay, so it's the next day, and I finished up the first two front and backs and flaps for the medium blue and the light blue bag. So this is how the front is looking. I already went ahead and added the magnetic snap on there, the front part. And so this is how it's looking. It's looking pretty dope. You can't really see the yellow, but you can see like the quilting. You can kind of tell that it has stitching on it. So this is the front and this is the back, and I keep kind of holding them together to see if it looks like a butterfly. So that's that, and I also went ahead and did the flap, you know, the little outline right there, simple little outline. And then I went ahead and did the light blue, which I love the light blue. You can definitely see the pop of color from the dark blue on here, and it looks really good. Again, I went ahead and added the magnetic snap piece for the front. So this is the front of the bag, and then this is the back, and then the front flap piece, which is right here. So essentially, oh, it's not holding. Let me try to see if I can be looking something like this. So really dope. I'm super excited. They're turning out super good so far. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna just do the other two. So I have to do the dark blue and then the black. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing those. I just wanted to kind of check in and show you a little bit of a process of where I'm at. Looking really good, really good. I really like this light blue one though. I love how you can really see the navy blue on this. It looks super good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start on the other two, and that's really what I'm gonna do. So yeah. Alright, so I just finished sewing on and quilting the dope butterfly designs on the front and backs and flaps of all of the bags, so all 4 of them. It took me a really long time so far, 6 hours and 45 minutes just to do all 4 bags quilting. That's all that I've really done so far, is 6 hours of that. So this is what I have so far. So right now, really what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, hold on, let me focus this really quick. So these are what all of the bags are looking like so far. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put together the O-rings for the handles. And the reason why I'm using O-rings on these bags, I don't use O-rings often, even though I do like the look of them, is because I don't want to use swivel hooks on these bags. I don't think I would like how swivel hooks would look. And then I also don't want to use rectangle rings because rectangle rings are more boxier. I want to go with like a more curvy look to match with the curve of the bag. So I'm going to use the O-rings, and this one is the gold, silver, and the antique brass. So I already have them all prepped and kind of folded over and all that stuff. So I'm going to sew these together and put them on the bottom gusset of the bag, and it's pretty much what I'm going to do next. So let's get into that. So I finished up the gusset pieces and I put on the strap connectors, and I did double rivets on this one. I've been kind of feeling the double rivets on the strap connectors lately. I did it on, actually I'm not gonna say a project I did before this because I don't know if this video is gonna come out before that one. But it's super nice, I like it. I feel like there was something, oh, also I had to do, when I sewed the strap connector, I kind of had to sew around the curve of the O-ring. And the reason why was because I wanted to sew as close up to this O-ring as possible, because when you're sewing like your strap connectors, you don't want it to be super, you want to sew close to the hardware that you're using, because you don't want this to be super loose. It's still loose to where it can turn and move around, which is a good thing, but you don't want it so loose to where, you know, it's like flopping and moving up and down and all that stuff. So I had to kind of curve around and then go down, but that's fine. So I did all of them, liking how it's looking. It's coming out really dope, I like it. So now, oh, I also went ahead and sewed up all the handles and straps as well. Good quality. I interfaced them a different way, so they're really good quality on these ones. And then now what I'm gonna go ahead and do finally is start actually sewing something together. I'm already at like 10 hours of production in this so far. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start sewing up the flaps so that I can attach those to the back panels. So I would just sew all of them right sides to right sides, you know, all that good stuff. So my camera's flashing red, so I'm gonna hurry up and cut this short so that I can get in sewing. So yeah, I'm just gonna start sewing up the flaps and attaching them to the back of the bag, and that's what you're gonna see. All right, so it is the next day. I went ahead and finished up sewing all the flaps to the back exteriors of the bags, and they look super dope. So this is how it looks. I did the rivets, and then of course, you know, it would fold over. So this is the dark blue, which I love this denim. I really do, and I'm kind of upset because I got this denim from Mood Fabrics. It's a selvage denim from the brand, what brand is it? Rag and Bone. This is Rag and Bone denim, super good quality, but they don't sell it anymore. So once I run out, I'm kind of screwed. But this is the black one, love this one as well. The light blue, and then the medium blue of this one. And you can't even really see the, I mean, up close you can tell that it's yellow, but from a distance you can't tell. I wish you could see the yellow a little bit more better, but it's fine. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I already have the gussets prepped because again, I put those strap connectors on already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sew the gussets onto the front and back exteriors of the bags. And I'm kind of nervous for this because these are normal. This isn't a normal shape bag. It has like, you know, this curve. So I don't know how sewing that is gonna be, especially with these gussets being as stiff as they are, because I interface them a little bit differently because I wanted it to be a nice firm shaped bottom. So I'm a little bit nervous for that. I mean, I'm gonna get it done. I just don't know how sewing it is gonna be and how difficult that is, but it's gonna work out. And I also, for these bags, I interfaced them with a actual heat press. Normally I use this little steam press that I have. My dad's calling, hold on. But with these bags, I actually interface them a little bit differently. Normally I use this little home steam press that I use for interfacing my, for fusing my interfacing onto the bags, but I use the actual professional full-blown heat press that my mom has to really get a good firm interfacing, and it works so much better. Because sometimes with the little steam press, when I go to turn my bags right side out or anything, the facing will start to lift from the fabric because it didn't get fused good enough. But with this, I feel like it's gonna be way better. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew the gussets onto these. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So let's get into that. Alright, so I finished putting on all of the gussets to the front and back exteriors, and honestly it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be sewing. It definitely was not easy, but it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. The hardest part was getting these bottom pieces right here to not slide and move around, because there was a few times where it slid and I had to kind of move it because one of the pieces was off, and you can kind of see my basting stitches from the exterior on the outside, and I was like, wait, I don't want that. So I had to seam rip and then kind of readjust them again. But that was about the hardest part. I do have the flap tucked in right now, so all of them are inside out. I'm not going to turn them right side out yet, just because the way that I'm going to attach the lining is I'm going to put the lining right sides to right sides and put the lining inside and then sew it all the way around. So I'm not going to turn them right side out yet, but they look really good. Can I kind of show you? You can't really see with the lighting, but they look really good. So now what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna cut out another one of these straps. I'm not gonna film that part just because I don't need to. So the reason why I'm gonna make another one of these light blue handles or straps is because the ounce of this denim is a lot lighter than the other denim, so it's not as stiff. And when I interfaced it, I used the same interfacing way as all of the other straps. All the other straps and handles are fine and nice and stiff as I want it to be, but this one is not. So I'm actually going to cut another one out, interface it with a heavy instead of a light. And then, I mean, this is still good quality, don't get me wrong, but I want it just a little bit more stiffer, especially because this is a lighter ounce. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the lining. So that's probably what you're gonna see right after this piece, is me starting on the lining, because I'm not gonna film me doing the handle. So I have to do all the zipper pockets, attach all the interior logos, and then just sew up the linings and really just attach the lining to the exterior, and then that's really it. And then I'm done pretty much after that, which is crazy because I feel like I've been working for so long, and this is my first time making this many bags at one time. I feel like I'm doing like mass production and just like it's a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on cutting out this handle, redoing that, and then the lining, and then that's what you're gonna see. So yeah. All right, so plot twist. I'm actually sewing up the light blue denim strap right now, the new one, and the quality is so much better. So I'm almost done. I'm about to pull it from under the machine. And I'll do like a comparison of the new one and then the old one. This one I'm gonna love so much more. I already know. Let me cut these threads. So this is the new one. See, it does have flexibility, of course, but it's a lot stiffer than this one. This one's a lot floppier. I don't know if you can really tell on camera. You probably can't, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. This one's a lot stiffer, much better quality. It just feels, I just wanted to show that really quick. Okay, so I just finished up the interiors. Not fully complete, but I just put my name tag and zippers in all of them. So they look really dope. I love the color on this one. So I have my name tag and then the zipper pocket, which when you unzip it, it has my tag in there that says made by Rovell Gaither. So I put that in the interior of all my zipper pockets, just so you know, Rovell Gaither did it. Yeah, you know the vibes. So then this is the navy blue one, same thing. I love the light blue top stitching in the purple color. And again, same thing. Then we have the pink, love this color, and then we have the yellow. So now that those are done, I'm just gonna take the bottom gussets, which is pretty much the same pattern piece from the bottom gusset on the exterior, and just sew it to the front and back lining pieces. And that's really pretty much about it after that. And then I have to attach it to the bag and then top stitches. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish these bags tonight. I would like to, but I most likely won't, just because I know how long it's been taking me. So far, total, I am at 18 hours, 20 minutes, and 3 seconds into production on all 4 of these bags. So I've been, and that's just production. Pre-production, which is like me cutting out and doing the interfacing, was 11 hours. So total, I am at 29 hours total for all 4 of these bags, which is crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach the bottom gussets to the lining pieces and finish up the lining. And I also left a hole to the zipper pocket bottom, because that's the hole that I use to kind of grab the bottom lining pull it through and then close that hole, because I usually have a hole in the bottom of my lining that I use to turn the bags right side out through. So I pull that, I go through this hole, grab the bottom of the lining, pull it through, sew it, push it back in, and then pretty much hem the ends of these and then close it up. Sounds a little bit confusing, but that's just what I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop rambling and start sewing. So yeah. Okay, so I realized that I actually messed up and I put the zipper and name tags on the wrong side of the bags. So normally in my bags, when you open them up, I like the back of the bag on the inside to have my zipper pocket and logo and all of that stuff. That's normally where it goes. And sometimes I mess up and put it on the wrong side, so the back of the bag ends up being plain and the front of the bag ends up having the zipper pocket and the tag, and I don't want that. And it's too late for me to fix it because I already cut holes in this and I'm not recutting all of this out and redoing it. That's like another 2.5. I'm not doing all that. So I'm just gonna seam rip my names off, leave the zipper pockets on this side, but then sew my name on the back end. So my name is gonna be on the back and the zipper is gonna be on the front. That's the only way that I can get the back to not be plain, because I hate when the back of the bags are freaking plain. It's like my biggest pet peeve. So I have to seam rip all of these names off. I'm glad I realized before it was too late. Well, actually, it is too late. Because I was looking, I was trying to look and line up the pieces, and I was like, wait, these are the wrong sides. And I was like, crap, I put them on the wrong side. Great. I'm so freaking pissed. Alright, so I finished sewing up the linings to the exterior, so I'm going to turn all of the bags right side out, and I'm kind of nervous right now because, so this is the hole pretty much right here that I have to turn the bag through, and it's pretty big. It's not a small hole, so I'm not worried about that. Actually, these are pretty big holes. I shouldn't be too worried. We'll see. So I'm going to flip them out, and then that's what you're going to see. Alright, so I just finished turning the lining out on this and clipping the hem down. So it really wasn't that hard, but this was also the lightest ounce Didim, so of course it was going to be easier. The other ones kind of go up an ounce, so they're going to be probably a little bit more harder to turn and hem the top of. But I really like the look of it. Like, of course, after I press it and, you know, press all the corners and everything, it's going to look a lot better. But like, it looks freaking dope, and the quality, it feels so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the rest out and then do the same thing, and then that's what you're gonna see. Alright, so I have all of the bags turned out and hemmed and clipped, and you know, it wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, but I know top stitching, this is probably going to be a lot more difficult than that. So now
all that I have to do to finish these bags up is top stitch around this and then add on the handles and strap and close up the lining and the zipper pocket on the inside. So wish me luck as I top stitch these, because honestly, whew, I just hope it's not that bad. Normally the hardest part for me on top stitching is the corner areas. Those is because that's where it's really thick. That's normally the hardest area for me. So I'm just gonna pray that it's not too hard, but it's looking really good so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and start top stitching, and yeah.
All right, so it is the next day. I finished sewing up the linings and top stitching the bags. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, top stitching the bags was not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. I actually interfaced the bags a little bit differently. So because due to me interfacing the bags that way, it was a lot easier to top stitch the bags. So now I know how to interface my pieces, which I may one day do a full breakdown on how I interface my bags. I just don't feel like going through the full process because that's like a whole different subject in and of itself. But I interfaced it a different way, which made it a lot easier. So I'm gonna start doing my interfacing that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and show the bags where we are right now. I clipped the handles on all of the bags just to get an idea of what they would look like, and the freaking quality of the straps, like, oh my gosh, they're so freaking, like, these bags are iconic. Like, it's different, it's unique, it's fun, it's spring, it's a butterfly wing. That was a bar. But it's super dope. So this is the medium blue one. As you can see, we have the antique brass hardware riveting. So this is how it looks, and I'm gonna try it on so you guys can kind of see. I love the size of it. Like, it's just so fun. The quality, like, I wish you can feel the quality of this through the screen. I know you can't, but you see the handle and how it's standing up on its own? That's that quality, baby. You know the vibes. And then we have the medium blue one, which I love. This collection just, it's eating. So this is the medium blue, super dope. I really, really love it. And again, the quality, like, it's not just the look, it's also the quality. Like, it's shocking to myself because I'm actually seeing like growth and progress. Every time I make a new collection or I make some new pieces, I can feel the quality, the change, the new things that I'm learning. It's amazing. And then this one is my favorite. Anytime I make a bag with this shade of denim, it eats. Every single time. It will never fail. I don't think I've never made a bag out of this denim that was ugly. They always eat every single time. So this is this one. I really love the way this off-white cream stitching pops on this bag. And the handle, super dope gold hardware. So that's this one. I'll try this one on so you can see. And the reason why I also love this shade of denim is because it goes with everything. I made a bag for myself that I wear every single day, and it goes with everything, like, because it almost looks black. So that's this one. And then we have the black and pink, which you already know is eating. You already know the vibes. So that's all the bags. So I have them all clipped, and now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is put the rivets on the handles, because as you know, I use rivets so that I don't have to sew through these thick layers. So I'm gonna hurry up and film this because my camera's blinking red, it's about to die. So I'm going to put the rivets on the corners of the straps, and really that's it after that. It's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that because my camera's about to die. So that's what you're gonna see, and yeah. All right, so it has been several days later. It is now the next week. I kind of took a break. I took all of my product photos. I posted everything on Instagram to let people know that, you know, I'm dropping my collection on Friday, all that good stuff. So I have been doing work behind the scenes, but I just haven't been filming any of that. So yesterday I went to Hobby Lobby because I had to get some more muslin fabric to make my duster bags. So today what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna make the pattern for the duster bags, which I freaking hate making duster bags, but it has to get done. So I'm gonna make the pattern, start making all of the duster bags, because normally what I do when I make my collections, and I told myself I'm gonna stop doing that, is I don't make the duster bags until people order the bags, and then, you know, it's annoying because now I have to make duster bags to order. So it's like, it takes me longer to ship the items out, and I love just having the duster bags already done. So this time I'm gonna try to have all the duster bags done before I even drop this collection, so that when people order, I can just package it up and ship it out. I don't have to worry about freaking cutting out fabric, making the duster bag, because it just takes too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the pattern, start cutting that out, producing that, and sewing that together, and then I'll check back in once I'm done with all of that. So actually, I'm gonna film the process, so it don't really matter. I don't have to check in, but yeah. All right, so I just finished up all of the duster bags. Everything is done and complete. This collection is done. It was 35 hours and 11 minutes before I started the duster bags, but with the duster bag production, probably about a good 38 to 39 hours production on this whole collection. So this is my favorite one. So this is the duster bag for this one. Again, I matched the hardware, the eyelets, to the hardware on the bag. So essentially this is how it would look. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how a duster bag looks, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show it in case. So the bag would go in there. It looks a little weird right now, but it honestly could be because the shape of the bag too. And then you just pull it closed and bam, this is the duster bag. It has my logo on there. It's super simple, nothing too crazy. So that's the dark blue, and then this is the light blue bag. All of these bags are so dope. I really love them, and I'm really glad that I did end up going through with this collection, because again, I almost scrapped it and put it on hold until next year, which I'm glad I didn't do. And these bags, by the time when you're watching this video, the bag should be up on my website, depending on when you're watching this. If you're watching it as soon as it comes out, all the bags are on my website. I'm selling each one for $415. Shipping is included in the cost. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. And then the dust bag is included as well in the cost, so you don't have to pay anything for the extra for the dust bag. So $415. Honestly, all the work I do, I be feeling like I don't get paid enough, which I don't get paid enough. But you know, you have to build up to more expensive prices. So then this is the black and pink one, super dope. Love this color combo, used it a lot. And then the medium blue with the yellow. So all the bags are complete and done. I'm super excited to finally release them. I have everything on my website already ready to go. Pricing, the shipping info, I have product descriptions, and the name for the bags, I'm calling them Winging It, which one, it's a butterfly wing, and then two, I just call them Winging It because I always feel like I'm just winging it, you know, story of my life, so why not add that in there. But this is the end of the video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about the bags? Do you like them? You know, what would you like to see next? All that good stuff. And then make sure you hit that subscribe and bell notification too, because again, I'm uploading all the time now. I'm going to be posting more on YouTube, so make sure you do that. And then if you want to keep up with me and my business, you can follow my Instagram at Rovell Gaither, which is just my name. TikTok, I have 2 TikToks. I have Rovell Gaither and then Rovell's. All of my social medias will just be on the screen. You can follow there. And then if you want to shop my website, that is also Rovell Gaither. Again, these bags, depending on when you're watching this video, are up currently on my website for sale, $415 each. So if you do want to go shop them, go do that, because I don't know how long they're going to be there. And that's another thing too. With this collection could be on my website for weeks and not sell one single bag, or I could drop it tomorrow and it can sell out in 10 minutes. My Valentine's Day collection sold out in 7 minutes. But this is the end of the video, and I'll see you in my next. Every time I do my outro, I always feel like I'm forgetting to say something. I touched on social media, website, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I guess that's really it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.